good people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want to keep up with me, guys, when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, then get down in the description box. Click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give me a follow. And then send me a DM to let me know that you're rocking with me. Also, do me a big favor. Do not put yourself in a position where you get yourself scammed because someone's impersonating me on any social media platform. I don't care if it's YouTube comments. I don't care if it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X. Please, guys. Do not get scammed by these people. I'm not going to slide into your DMs on no platform and ask for money from you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to slide into your DMs and tell you about some imaginary trading platform that I have that you don't hear me talk about on my YouTube channel. If I don't talk about it on this YouTube channel, that we have a dialogue every single day, 365 days a year. If I don't talk about it on this YouTube channel, it ain't me. So anybody sliding into your DMs, pretending to be me, I don't care if they got my photo, I don't care if they got a name that's slightly just like mine, they are scammers. They're wolves in sheep clothing. If I don't talk about it on my YouTube channel, it's not me, period. Only a couple of things I talk about on my YouTube channel, MooMoo and my website. That's it. Nothing else. Anytime somebody else is sliding into your DMs talking about anything other than MooMoo in my website, furthermore, even if they slide into your DMs talking about MooMoo in my website, they're lying to you, because I'm not going to slide into your DMs and ask you to do anything. That's not how I operate. I talk about my business on my YouTube channel. I don't talk about my businesses in people's DMs. So please be careful, guys. That's all I'm telling you, man, because there are a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing out there. And I'm telling you, as this stock market continues to increase and rise, people are going to try to take advantage of you. They are. So please be careful. I'm just giving you fair warning because I'm starting to get emails from people. Richard, somebody slid into my DMs and said they were you and they were talking about Apex. They slid into my DMs and said they were talking about crypto. They slid into my DMs and blah, 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 blah. Guys, them all scammers. I don't talk about no Apex. I don't talk about crypto that much on my channel. And if I do talk about crypto, y'all know what I'm telling you. Stay away from it. That's what I'm telling you. So you know it ain't me. So please be careful, guys. I'm just telling you because I'm starting to get more emails. So please be careful out there, all right? Please be careful. If you don't hear me talk about it on this YouTube channel, it's not me, period. And I'm not going to be responsible for it because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be responsible for it. So if you don't hear me talk about it on my YouTube channel, don't believe it. Even if somebody slides in your DM pretending to be me, don't believe it. It has to come from me on my YouTube channel. That's the only thing you believe is when you listening to me on my YouTube channel. This is what you need to believe when I'm talking through my camera to you on the YouTube channel. Anywhere else, it's a lie. That's all I'm telling you. All right, let's move on. We got a lot to cover and a short period of time to cover it in. So let's get moving. Y'all know I got to take care of a little bit of business. Website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Go check out the website. 10 digital products handpicked by me, help you collapse time frames, get to your freedom, period. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. But I'm telling you, if you want to get to your freedom faster, check out the website. Check out them digital products. Like I said, www.richardfain.net. Over 250,000 of you guys have already checked out the website, so thank you. Over 1,000 of you guys have purchased digital products, so a double thank you. And then over 850 of you guys have joined the Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club, so triple thank you. All of this has happened, guys, in about 4 months. Why? It's the power of being what? Consistent, standing for something, standing for people, trying to help people, and you just do that. And you get yourself taken care of. And you guys have done that for me. So thank you. And you've done it more importantly for yourself. Because I told you guys this website was born out of you asking to have that. The Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club was born out of you guys asking for that. So I just delivered what you asked for, right? And I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like I said, we got over 850 people on the Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club through the website. Now, we are the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Fastest growing. And I'm telling you, the community chat is amazing. Our Q&As that we do once a week at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Mondays are amazing. A lot of questions. It keeps me busy for 2 hours adding and answering those questions based on my experience. And then here's the really nice part. You got direct access to me 365 days through direct message. You can direct message me every single day if you're a part of the Wealth Builders Club. And I got people that do, and I love it. We conversate every single day about building wealth. Here's what I'm doing, Richard. What's your suggestion here? See, that's the conversation I want to have with my wealth builders. Now, some of my wealth builders, I don't have that conversation with every day because they're well along in their plan and they love just having the camaraderie of other wealth builders to be able to bounce ideas off of. That's perfect. Some people love the Q&A on Monday nights. That's perfect. Some people love the daily posts that I make. And then some people love the direct messaging me every day to help them get to wealth. Whatever your thing is, get yourself over to the website and be a part of it. Become a wealth builder. Get around 850 other wealth builders. We're on our way to 1,000 wealth builders by the end of September. We'll have 1,000 wealth builders. In 5 months, we're gonna have 1,000 wealth builders. And guys, y'all already know what's getting ready to happen. I keep telling y'all, you already know what's getting ready to happen. I'm gonna give you some more data today that's gonna rock your world. I'm telling you, you better put yourself in a position if you wanna build wealth. I'm gonna give you some information today that's gonna rock your world. Just stick around. Let's move on to MooMoo, my self-directed brokerage app of choice. I can use any brokerage app I want in the world, guys. I can use any brokerage app I want in the world in America. I can use any one of them. I choose to use MooMoo as my primary brokerage app. And the good folks at MooMoo, get yourself down in the description box, first link, click on that MooMoo link. And then what I want you to do when you click on that MooMoo link is consider getting yourself up to 20 free stocks. That's right. 20 free publicly traded stocks. That's what the good folks at MooMoo are going to do for you if you click on my link and you sign up today. You put $100 in that new brokerage account, you're going to get 8 publicly traded stocks. You put $1,000 in that new brokerage account, you're going to get 20 publicly traded stocks. How you going to beat that? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't beat that offer. Plus, you're going to have the ability to get yourself in position to take advantage of some big boy blue chip assets. We're getting ready to run, guys. Whether you like it or not, we're getting ready to run. The market is getting ready to run. It's just so many things starting to happen right now. And if you are paying attention, you'll know. We just got the CPI inflation report this morning. We just got the CPI inflation report for July this morning. And it was good news. It was good news. We're going to talk about that too. I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there too. when we talk about this other stuff, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of that in there too, because it was good news. That's the catalyst, see? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all guys. It's gonna be good news from here on out. That don't mean we don't have a little bump in the road. We'll have a little bump every now and then, but that's okay. We're getting ready to go on a run. So put yourself in position or stay broke. That's your two choices. Put yourself in position or stay broke. Those are your choices. You decide, okay? You decide. But if you want to get up to 20 free stocks today, get down in the description box, click on the MooMoo link, open up your new MooMoo account. Again, guys, that's my primary brokerage app that I use. This is what I choose to use. I can use any brokerage app. I choose to use the MooMoo brokerage app as my primary brokerage app. I don't know what you're using, but I guarantee you they ain't giving you 20 free stocks. I promise you that. Ain't none of them full service brokerage accounts that y'all use, they giving you nothing free. You don't get nothing free on the full service brokerage side. Nothing. Not a thing. Why? Because you're that big to them. You're like a little ant. Right? You're like a little baby ant to them because you don't have enough money. They only care about the folks that have a bunch of money, the 1%ers. They don't really care about the 99%ers. They really don't. Right? They ain't giving you nothing free. But use whoever you want to use, right? I'm just trying to get you to understand, get yourself up to 20 free stocks and have your world-class self-directed brokerage app that ain't gonna charge you no commissions for trades, no monthly maintenance fees, no annual maintenance fees, none of that stuff. And you're gonna get up to 20 free stocks. Plus, you'll be using the same brokerage app that I'm using to 6x my net worth over the next 10 years. So if you got questions, you certainly can DM me. But you got to be part of the Wealth Builders private mentorship club in order to do that. Now, if you open the MooMoo account today and you have questions, not really questions, but if you want to have tutorial videos sent to you so that you can learn how to use the app, I can do that for you. Just send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Send me an email through my website. Let me know you opened the MooMoo account, you funded it, and I can send you the tutorial videos. Very easy to understand for somebody that's brand new at this and don't really know how to use these apps. It will walk you through the basic things you need to know, guys, to use the app. That's all you got to do, right? And here's the thing, man. You're going to get up to 20 free stocks. You throw $1,000 in your new MooMoo brokerage account, you get yourself 20 free stocks. You throw $100 in your new brokerage account, you get yourself 8 free stocks. Pretty nice thing there, right? I think so. Well, here we go, man. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving and grooving. Oh, by the way, if you want the Wealth Builder, the wealth transfer blueprints that I've put together that, guys, I'm killing it. I'm just telling you, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you the blueprints that I put together. If you look at the blueprints I put together, for me, they're killers. You're talking about SPLG, FTEC, Mag 7, and Nvidia, 4 big boy blue chip. Y'all don't know how much wealth I'm getting ready to make, man. I'm telling y'all, but you can take a look at the blueprints if you want to. Just tell me when you send me the email for the MooMoo brokerage tutorial. Just say, hey, Richard, send me your blueprints, those 4 investments you just talked about. I need a little more detail on them because I might want to copy your plan. I know you're not a financial advisor. I know you can't tell me what to buy. I know you can't tell me when to sell. But I'd like to know what you're buying because, hey, you're someone that I watch on YouTube and I've been rocking with you. So I want to know what you're doing because I may want to do the same thing. That's okay, guys. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. So I'll send you that. All right, let's go ahead and dive into these meat and potatoes. Like I said, 2 major banks, 2 mega banks have went on record and they've given Nvidia the thumbs up for 2024. Giving them the thumbs up. So I'm gonna walk y'all through what the thumbs up means here in a second. But before we do that, let's dive into the CPI inflation report. Why is the CPI inflation report important? Why? Because the Federal Reserve ain't gonna reduce interest rates until they are confident that inflation is continuing to come down. So let's go back. real quickly, let's go back to July 2023, when the Federal Reserve stopped increasing short-term interest rates. They made a decision, we're not going to hike rates anymore. We're going to leave them at 5.25-5.50. I just like to say 5.5%. So in their meeting in July of 2023, they decided that's it. So for the last 12 months, might as well say 14 months now. Well, 13 months. The last 13 months, the Federal Reserve have left interest rates higher for longer. Why did they do that? To make sure inflation didn't go back up. That's the reason they did it. Okay? Has that been accomplished? Yes. Was it the right decision? Yes. Now, some may say they've extended the higher for longer too long. I'm one of those people. I thought in July they should have reduced rates, but they didn't. Unfortunately, they don't listen to me. Richard, what do you think we should do? I don't get that phone call. So they did what they felt like they needed to do, which they held steady. They kept the rates higher for longer in their July meeting. We all know on August 5th, I'm sorry, not August 5th, what is that? August 2nd? Yeah, August 2nd. On a Friday, August 2nd, we came out with the July jobs report. It wasn't good news. It was not good news. That jobs report, in my opinion, really ignited the major sell-off we saw on Monday, August 5th, which we call Black Monday. That report, that's why I tell you guys, data is important, guys. As investors, you gotta know the data. Data is important. So on August 2nd, Friday, August 2nd, jobs report comes out. It wasn't good. And the economy only added 114,000 jobs, the lowest level since the pandemic. Unemployment rate went from 4.1% in June up to 4.3% in July. Not good. That sparked, ignited Black Monday on August 5th, where you've seen a major sell-off in the stock market, where you saw Nvidia stock go down to $90.88 a share. So data's important. Now, we've cooled off. We're trying to get ourselves back to normal. What's coming now? You had the CPI inflation report. Came out today. CPI inflation report, let's talk about that real quick, what that means for interest rates. Why are interest rates important? Because when interest rates go down, assets go up. That's why. If we want the stock market to boom, we need interest rates to come down. And then it will boom, in my opinion. But let's talk about this inflation report for July we got today. So here we go. U.S. stocks were flat Wednesday as the annual inflation rate cracked 3%, encouraging investors who have been buying up shares following a pullback to start August, right? S&P 500 went up 0.03%. NASDAQ slipped 0.1%. Dow added 32 points or 0.09. Consumer prices increased by 2.9% year over year, down from 3% in June and the lowest reading since 2021. That's good news. What do you mean by that, Richard? Well, you have headline inflation and then you have core inflation. So headline inflation is basically everything. You don't exclude anything out of headline. It's everything, all goods and services. What they're telling you here is when we had our June report year over year, headline inflation was 3%. And our July report year over year, it was 2.9%. That's good news. That tells us inflation is coming down year over year. What it also tells us is we beat expectations from the experts. The experts thought we would gain 3% July over July. But guess what inflation did? It was only 2.9% July to July. Very good news for us because we beat expectations. We came in lower than expectations, guys. That's good. That's telling the Federal Reserve keeping them interest rates at 5.5% for a full year or 13 months worked. It worked. Now, what does that mean, though? It tells the Fed, guess what, Fed? Your job is done. You've kept inflation down. It's continued to go down in these 13 months. Now in September, it's okay for you to reduce interest rates by 50 basis points and not have to worry about inflation going back up. That's what that means. That's what it means. So headline inflation came in at 2.9. Experts thought it would come in at 3. Year over year, we beat expectations. What about month over month? Glad you asked. Month over month, prices ticked up 0.2%. Economists and experts expected 0.2%. So we met expectations. Year over year, inflation went up by 0.2%. The experts said they didn't want it to go up more than 0.2%. So we met expectation, right? It's a good thing, guys. That is a good thing. So if we look at core, which is when you strip out food and energy because those prices are very volatile. So headline inflation, you include food and energy. Core inflation, you take out food and energy. And let's see how we did compared to what the experts wanted us to do. So we came in on core headline year over year. We came in, I believe, at 3.2%. Right? So we met expectations because that's what the market wanted us to come in, is at 3.2%. We came in at 3.2%. But the prior month, we came in at 3.3. So we came down to 3.2, which is a good thing. Plus we met market expectations. Same thing on month over month for core. They wanted 0.2%. The report came in for inflation at 0.2%. So when you look at headline, we win, we beat, came in at 2.9. They wanted us to come in at 3.0 year over year. On core, we met expectations, came in at 3.2. They wanted us to come in at 3.2. We met. And then we met on month over month core and headline. Great report, guys. Great report, in my opinion. It further cements to the Fed that they can go ahead and reduce these rates in September and feel confident that inflation won't go back up. That's what we need to spur this last run. Now, I believe the major run in the stock market is going to come in the fourth quarter. That's what I believe. I think the third quarter, we're going to get some success. But I think the fourth quarter is where this thing is going to take off. I think the fourth quarter is where it's going to take off. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Go out and do your own homework. Start your YouTube channel and give your opinion. But I gave you my opinion because this is my YouTube channel, right? So we're on the same page. I just keep it a buck. Keep it 100 with you. It's my YouTube channel. I get to make the decisions. I get to talk about what I want to talk about. You can go get your own YouTube channel and do your own thing, right? Fair enough? So let's keep moving. The report comes a day after lighter than expected wholesale figures gave stocks a boost. What are they talking about there? They're talking about the PPI inflation report came in light too, came out great, gave us a little bit of a bump yesterday in the market. You guys can know what happened with Nvidia, 6.5% bump. So we had the wholesale and now we have the retail inflation reports. The wholesale inflation report is called the producer price index. The retail inflation report is called a consumer price index. Both reports came out, both beat expectations. That's good news. Stock market got a little bit of a bounce yesterday, right? So that's good news. The Dow rose 1% yesterday, the S&P 1.7, and the NASDAQ 2.4, powered by who? Nvidia, right? So let's keep moving. Investors had been looking for the CPI reading to get a full-plated picture of the state of the economy and to further solidify the prospect of an interest rate cut by the central bank in September. I think we got that. I think we got it. I think we got what the central bank needs, which is the Fed, right? Federal Reserve. I think they got all the ammunition they need. They also understand that we're skating on thin ice with the labor market. Want this soft landing? Let's take some action, Fed, which I think they will do in September. It may not have been as cool as yesterday's PPI, but today, as expected, CPI likely won't rock the boat. This is what the managing director of trading and investing for E-Trade from Morgan Stanley said. Now the primary question is whether the Fed will cut rates by 25 or 50 basis points next month. That's the question now. There is no question that they're going to cut. Everybody knows they're going to cut. Now it comes down to how much will they cut? Would it be 25 basis points or will it be 50? My opinion, need to be 50. We need 50. We need 50, right? We need 50 basis point rate cut. And that meeting is going to be September 17th and 18th. So basically a month from right now. That's the next Fed meeting. So guys, put that on your calendar, get yourself in position, and be ready to rock and roll. Your next catalyst for the stock market is going to be August 28th, which is Nvidia's earnings report. The second catalyst behind that is going to be September 18th, because that's the day the Fed will make a decision on rates. So those two dates, man, you need to be having in your calendar and starting to look at your game plan, your financial game plan for wealth building. And you need to be positioning yourself because those two dates are going to be crazy dates. Big stuff going to happen those days. And if you're not in position, already got your money in investments and ready to take this bounce, you're going to miss out on wealth. You can sit around and wait, but if I'm a person that's trying to build wealth, I'm gonna get all my little pennies and nickel and dimes and dollars and $10 bills and $20 bills and $100 bills, $1,000 bills. I'm gonna get all my money together right now and get my butt in the market, because when them two days, we're gonna see a bounce. We're gonna see a bounce on the 28th. I'm sorry, on 29th, the day after Nvidia's earnings report. In my opinion, we're gonna see a major bounce, and we're gonna see a major bounce on September 18th. That's my opinion. You don't got to believe me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I've just been doing this for 30 years. That's all. A little bit of time. And been very successful at it, by the way. I live a great life. Yeah. So I've been very successful at it. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just letting you know the truth. I told you I'm a truth teller. What am I going to hide my success for? I'm not going to hide it. I worked hard for everything I got. Nobody gave me nothing. I had to execute. I had to take information, dissect it, keep what I needed, throw back what I didn't need, and turn it and convert it into execution, into wealth. That's what I had to do for 30 years, guys, and I'm still doing it. I'm not going to apologize for that. That's why I'm here every day to let you know you can do it if you just want to. Or don't do it. That's on you too. That's the nice thing about choices. We all have choices. The choices that you've made in your life have led you where you're at today. The choices that I've made in my life have led me to where I'm at today. See, I can't blame anybody for where I'm at today, guys, because I had the choice. You can't blame nobody where you're at today because you had a choice. You chose to do whatever you did, which led you to where you're at today. Now, the good news is if you're not happy where you're at today financially, you can change it. That's another choice. But it's on you. It's on you. It's on you, right? I'm giving you the data that you need in order to change something in your financial life. Whether you accept the data or not, that's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. My mandate is to give information and be a truth teller. It's not to make sure anybody believes it, accepts it, uses it. That's outside of my wheelhouse. It's outside of my control. I only do what? I control the things that I can control, which is what? Giving the information. That's all I can control. I can't control who uses it. I can control giving it, right? Here's the thing you got to think about, guys. Two things you control: your attitude and your effort. You control that. Now, you can give it to somebody else in the live chat. You can give it to them. You can give it to somebody else in your life. You can give it to somebody down in the comment section of the videos. You can give it to somebody that slide into your DMs. Go right ahead, man. But it's up to you. These are the only two things you can control: your effort and your attitude. Now, as you know, in my videos, hey, I'm controlling my effort and my attitude by providing you this information every single day, 365 days a year. That's my commitment to you, because you guys have been so good to me. My commitment to you, since you've been so good to me, is to make sure I'm out here giving you guys this information. Whether you use it or not is on you, but I'm gonna give it to you every day. Futures market pricing is roughly split down the middle. Now you got to understand, guys, the report came at 8:30, so they put this information and they throw it out in the world before the actual market opens. That's what they're talking about when they say futures, right? So the deal is this. Here's the deal. Inflation report came in good. PPI came in good, which is the wholesale. Retail CPI came in good. So we're in good shape, locked and loaded for a rate cut in September, no doubt. How high that rate cut will be is what we'll debate over the next 3 or 4 weeks. People will debate 25 basis points, 50 basis points. You'll see that debate over the next 3 to 4 weeks. But there is no debate when it comes to will there be a cut? It will be a cut. We just don't know how much. So what I'm telling you guys is you got these two big old gigantic catalysts coming. See, when I told y'all, when the stock market is in a state of volatility, guys, information moves the needle. If it's bad information, we sell off. You buy the dip. If it's good information, we bounce. So everything that you've been buying low, when we get that bounce, goes higher. There's your net worth. What do you do then? You got a choice. You can stay in the market and continue to compound that thing and ride the wave, or you can parachute out and take your profits and go about your business. But this is the stock market. Those are the choices you got. You stay in for the long haul and keep compounding and keep building wealth, or you parachute out when you've made your money, you parachute out. That's it. You just parachute out. A lot of people do it both ways. It's up to you though. But I'm giving you information that can set you up for success if you'll just listen and pay attention and execute. I'm giving you information. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I've been doing this for 30 years, guys. I'm telling you from my opinion, not from an expert, because I'm not. I'm just telling you in my opinion what's getting ready to happen. So you can do that or not do it, right? It's up to you. It's up to you. See, here's the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is this. You continue to do the same activities every day and you expect a different result. And I'm not talking to my folks that rock with me. I'm talking to these folks that are pretenders. See, if you a pretender every day, you just be a pretender every day, but you expect something different from me, you're wasting your time. See, if you want different results, stop being a pretender. Genuinely get a concern about your financial well-being. Because see, people that got really good financial well-being and are successful and doing well in this life, guess what? They're not doing what some of these pretenders are doing. They don't do that. See, successful people in life don't do that, guys. See, successful people in life, they move on with their life and they try to help others. They don't spend their day being negative. Most successful people don't. Most wealthy people don't. You notice that most wealthy people, you don't see Jeff Bezos on Twitter every day in somebody's comment section on Twitter trying to distract people. You just don't see wealthy people do that. You see people that are not wealthy who are confused about their own life and don't have a direction. And they do the same old negative stuff over and over. That is, to them, it's natural. To them, it's their way of life. They think they are making themselves feel better because they're trying to hurt somebody else. But see, really the reverse is happening. So don't get yourself caught up in that. What you need to do is take information and position yourself, guys, for this thing that's getting ready to happen. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. You ain't got to believe me, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. And I've given you the two catalysts. August 28th, Nvidia's earnings report, and September 18th. Those are your two catalysts that are coming. Those two are coming. So be ready for them. Position yourself. Get your investments in line. Whatever those investments are, you get to choose those. Figure out what investments you believe give you the best opportunity to be successful. And those are the things you need to be positioning yourself in right now in anticipation of this potential run. I've told you, it's volatile. Bad news, you're going to be able to buy the dip. Good news, you're going to get a bounce and you can collect some wealth. You can collect your wealth in the green. In the red, you build the wealth. That's on bad news. So if we get bad news anytime this week or next week, we're going to have a slight sell-off, but that's an opportunity to go to build some wealth by buying the dip. And then you just be patient enough to hold it until it is in the green again, which it will be. And then if you want to, collect your wealth or allow your wealth to continue to compound. That's up to you, right? So that's where we're at, guys, right now on the CPI inflation report. Not a knockdown, report. Probably wasn't as good as the wholesale report we got yesterday, but all in all, it still accomplished what we needed to accomplish to show that inflation is not going back up. It is still continuing to incrementally click itself down, right? So there you go. And you guys already know on this channel right here, guys, we ain't gonna talk about but a few things. Let's just get this clear. We ain't gonna talk about but a few things. We're gonna talk about building wealth, number one, through paper assets, through businesses, through real estate from time to time, right? That's all we're gonna talk about. And then we're gonna just talk about state of mind. State of mind. State of mind and building wealth. That's all we talk about on this channel. It ain't gonna change. And I'm gonna talk about the same old thing every single day. Back to what I just told you. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same old activities, but you think you're gonna get a different result. You're gonna get the same result. Because I'm gonna do the same old thing every single day. 365 days a year. Believe it. All right, let's move on to these two big boy banks. Let's start with Goldman Sachs. Big boy blue chip, right? Big boy blue chip. Here's the headline. We're going to shift the rest of the conversation to my favorite stock in the whole world that I talk about every single day. Why do I talk about it every single day? Because I got 11,200 shares of it. That's why. I'm going to talk about it every single day on this YouTube channel. If you don't like it, find a different YouTube channel. There you go. Because y'all already know I ain't going to change what I do. I ain't going to change what I do. I'm going to talk about Nvidia every single day until it go to the moon. Then I'll stop talking about it. By the way, let's do a temperature check before we even get into Nvidia. Temperature check, $116.95. I know some of y'all thought, oh, here we go, we got him. It's going down. It's going down this morning. There ain't no rat. Checkmate. Gotcha. We almost at, oh, by the way, we're at $117.05. See, y'all thought, oh, he's talking about these resistance levels. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The stock is crashing this morning. They call that the okie doke where I'm from. They put a little okie doke on you. Nvidia put a little okie doke on some of y'all. We going to the moon, baby. Okay, let's get back to business. Had to get that out. Let's get back to business because I know a couple of y'all thought, we got it. We're going to get in the live chat and crush it. We got it. Pull the old okie doke on you. We going up, boy. All right, here we go. Headline. Nvidia stock surges as Goldman strategist calls it the most important stock of 2024. This is a big boy blue chip calling Nvidia stock the most important stock of 2024. This is big boy blue chip. Let's read on. Let's see what they got to say. I love this. Nvidia shares gained 6% on Tuesday as Goldman Sachs strategists called it the most important stock of the year. Rubner, which is the Goldman Sachs strategist, Rubner suggested that the chip maker's earnings later in the month and the Federal Reserve's Jackson Hole Economic Symposium could herald a rally for the stock market. I keep telling y'all, man, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm telling you what's coming. All you got to do is get in position and be patient. All you got to do, guys, is get in position and be patient. That's all you have to do. Get yourself in position and be patient and let this thing take you to the moon. That's all you got to do. Some of y'all will, some of y'all won't, because that's the way we wired in this world. Some of you will, and you're going to have tremendous success. Some of y'all won't, and then you're going to regret it. That's my opinion. Not your financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what's coming, and I'm asking you to put yourself in place so that you can build you some wealth. Now, if you don't want no wealth, don't put yourself in place, and you won't get none. That's it. Don't put yourself in place and you will not get none. Ain't nobody gonna knock on your door. Knock, knock, knock. Wonder who that is. Knock, knock, knock. Wonder who that is. Let me go see. Hello, who are you? Hey, Mr. Fain, are you Mr. I'm Mr. Fain. Got a check for $1 million here for you. You've been a good person all your life. Here's $1 million. No, that's not gonna happen for us, guys. I don't care how good a person you think you are. I don't care how good a person you think you are. There ain't nobody coming to your door with no check for $1 million. The only way you get that is you got to get yourself out here in position. Take the money that you earn and put it in something that can multiply while you sleep. That's it. But I'm giving you the information today to put yourself in that position if you are willing to change your activities. If you're not willing to change your activities, then guess what? You get what you get. Matter of fact, you don't get what you always have gotten. The only way you change results, guys, if you want better results, you got to change your activities. You do not get better results by doing the same old raggedy activities that you've been doing. You don't get it. You don't get better results using the same old raggedy activities. I'm trying to get you to understand, put yourself in position and be patient. Take the money that you earn, put it in good investments that have a historical track record of multiplying money while you sleep, and just be patient. If you do that and you do it long enough, you will reach your financial goals, guys. You will. It's proven. So what does Rubner say? This Goldman Sachs strategist, big boy blue chip strategist says, He suggests that the chip makers' earnings later this month, I keep telling y'all, August 28th is what he's talking about. Catalyst number one. And then you got the Federal Reserve at Jackson Hole doing an economic symposium, right? He's saying that is another catalyst. Now, I don't know when that meeting is because I didn't ever check on that, but y'all go ahead, use Google. It'll tell you exactly when that meeting is. The meeting I'm concerned with is September 17th and 18th. Now, he may be talking about that meeting or another meeting. I don't know, right? I ain't got time to go down that rabbit hole before this morning. You can go down that rabbit hole. I already know what's going to happen because I done been down this road many times. I already know what's going to happen. See, already last week, I've already seen evidence, and just yesterday, matter of fact, let me go find that. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but just yesterday, there was a really large move on Nvidia at close of business. A large move. Matter of fact, let me see if I got it here in the chat. Let me go into my, real quick, guys, I want y'all to hear this. Let me go into my Wealth Builders Club. One of my wealth builders, one of the main guys that really do a lot of fact finding and checking for the wealth builders, posted something in the chat that I thought was pretty powerful. This was yesterday. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, guys. Y'all got to pay attention. See, that's why I'm telling you, got to get yourself over to the wealth builders on the website, through the website, because these folks over here on the wealth builders, man, you talking about 850 people. That's all they do in their spare time is go hunt down information to help them build wealth. And then they go into the chat and they drop it in the chat. And it's a woo. Guys, you're talking about leveraging yourself 850 times. Have you ever thought about that? See, when you join the wealth builders, you're leveraging yourself 850 times. That's powerful, guys. That means I don't have to do all the work. I got 850 people just like me doing work too. So I'm leveraging myself 850 times. You know how much you can get done if you got 850 leverage? You got 850 people working for you? Do you know how much you can get done and how fast you can get it done when you got 850 people working with you? Come on, guys. Some of y'all understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all are like, what is he talking about? I don't have 850 people working for me. Some of y'all just went right over your head. But let me find this because I thought it was important. I'm going to find it. I know I'm going to find it. So bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Boy, so much stuff in the chat, man. It's so much stuff in the chat. It's just ridiculous. But I'm going to get y'all this one little piece of info. Here it is right here. This is from one of my guys in the chat. Now, another one of my guys came up with it, but the other guy, another one of my guys in the chat, in the Wealth Builders Club. And when I say my guys, I'm talking about my wealth builders. We family, right? We family. Here, this is what it says. Great find, Coach Donnie. Coach Donnie is one of my guys in the Wealth Builders. Mopar is another one of my guys in the Wealth Builders. Very active and do a lot of good to help people. See, they're in here because they're trying to help people. Both of these gentlemen are successful in whatever they do, but they choose to come to the Wealth Builders, not because me. They've chose to be a part of this thing because they want to help people. They understand the concept of you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. See, they understand that. And they serve a higher power. It ain't about them just being greedy. It's about them serving a higher power. But here's the thing. Great find, Coach Donnie. That was a filled order at 4:54 p.m. today for 1,020,000 shares at $116.14 for a total cost of $118,462,000. That's very bullish, as that 1%er, it was a 1%er that bought after the market closed. They don't believe the price is going down anytime soon. They are ready to make money on the way up, as I've been telling y'all. These 1%ers, they make money on the way down and they make money on the way up. Why would somebody go buy 1,020,000 shares of Nvidia at $116.14 a share with a total cost of $118,462,000? Why would they do that if it's going to go to the zero? I keep telling y'all, man, y'all got to follow the 1%. But y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Keep telling you. But these wealth builders, boy, look at here. These wealth builders ain't messing around, boy. These wealth builders ain't messing around over in the club. I'm telling you. I just wanted to throw that out to y'all because I keep telling y'all, you got to watch what's going on in the market. Now, that's a large order yesterday on Nvidia stock. Over 1 million shares purchased at 116, guys. A total of $118 million total purchase by a 1%er. Why? Because he know the thing going to the moon. Keep telling y'all this. He know this thing is going to the moon. They know this. They are orchestrating it. They control when it goes down and goes up. Why else would somebody buy 1 million shares at 116 if they're going down the next day and gonna keep going down? Nobody does that. Not at that level. Not anybody that got $118 million to spend. They know something. You do not put $118 million into something without knowing something that everybody else don't know. They know something. Just like all of the bullish option positions that have been taken out since last Friday. Oh yeah. All in what? In a positive on the stock price going up. Why in the world on Black Monday, August 5th, when you look at institutional investors, they were buying more on Black Monday than they were selling? Why? This thing getting ready to run, man. And now you got companies like Goldman Sachs coming in saying Nvidia is the most important stock of 2024. See what I told y'all a couple weeks ago? I told y'all when it's time to run this thing, what did I tell y'all was going to happen? You're going to start seeing positive propaganda come in. See what's happening? Now, 2 weeks ago, you would have never got this. You would have never got this. But guess what you get now? All this positive propaganda starting to come in now. Yeah, man. I told y'all this. 2 weeks ago, I told you, I said, hey, guys, the propaganda right now is to drive the stock price down because the 1% are going to make their money on the way down. That's what they're doing, guys. Don't listen to the negative propaganda because it's done by the 1% to fool us. I said, but don't worry. When it's time for the stock price to go back up, you're going to see the reverse. They're going to start pumping in positive propaganda. Now they want you to start buying a lot so the price can run up because now they've already bought at the low. See what's happening right now? All positive propaganda pretty much. I tried to tell y'all that 2 weeks ago, but some of y'all listen, some of y'all don't listen. Some listen, some don't. Some rather continue doing these old raggedy behaviors and these raggedy activities, but they think they're going to get something different. You ain't. You're not. You're going to get the same results. The only way you change your results is you got to have new activities. How about create a new activity today? And maybe you get a different result down the road. I don't know. I can't guarantee nothing for you. I'm just a truth teller and a guy who gives information. What you do with that information is on you. Let's go back to Goldman Sachs. Let's go back to Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs says this. This is what their strategist said. Rubner suggested that the chip makers' earnings later in the month and the Federal Reserve's Jackson Hole Economic Symposium could herald a rally for the stock market. How markets could be poised for a Labor Day rally. How many weeks that's away, guys? When is Labor Day? How many weeks before Labor Day? 3 or 4 weeks? Something like that? Three weeks? Put yourself in position. The 1% giving, telling you what's going to happen. But y'all, some of y'all don't listen, man. The 1% guys are telling you right now what's getting ready to happen. They're telling you there's going to be a rally on or before Labor Day, slightly after Labor. They're telling you right now what's going to happen. So what would I do if I'm a 99%er? I get in position. I get in position and I just be patient. 1% is telling you what's going to happen. They're telling you. Nvidia reports earnings on August 28th, with the strategists expecting, this is what Goldman Sachs, not Richard Fain. You're talking about a big boy blue chip. This is what they're expecting. Also, remember what I told y'all? As it gets closer and closer to earnings for Nvidia, what did I tell y'all was going to happen? They're going to start leaking stuff. The 1% going to start leaking out information. Keep telling y'all, man, I've been doing this for 30 years, man. The 1%, they're going to start leaking information out. You know why they're leaking that information out? Because they want the stock price to go up. See, they didn't already bought. The 1% killed it on Black Monday. They already got their shares. You got another 1%er just bought 1,020,000 shares at 116. Why would he do that? Because he know this thing going higher. And with those type of shares, guys, you don't need it to go that much higher to make a bunch of money. When you put $118 million in shares and you got over 1 million shares, don't you know if that thing go from 116 to 126, how much money this guy is going to make, or gal, or whoever it is, institutional investor? You know how much money they're going to make if that stock go up $10 a share when you got 1 million shares? Go do the math. I keep telling y'all, these people telling you what's finna happen. Some of y'all gonna listen, some of y'all ain't. Some of y'all gonna stay in the chat and entertain yourself and stay broke. But that's okay. Go ahead. It's your choice. Others of you are gonna say, you know something, I'm gonna get myself in position because I don't know if this guy's telling the truth, but I'd rather be in position than not in position. Some of y'all gonna just entertain yourself in the chat and laugh and have a good time and stay broke. And then you're going to get to my age or older and you're going to look back on this and say to yourself, you know, so instead of me being, trying to be a comedian in the chat, I should have probably been listening and investing because now I'm 70 and I'm working. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Just telling you, doesn't seen it before. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. 70 is right around the corner. It ain't going to be no fun having to go to work at 70. It's not going to be fun, guys. So all I can tell you is tighten up, get yourself in position, and go get this wealth. So it's going to be a window. And if you miss it, then you're going to have to wait till the next window. I don't know when the next window is going to be. Could be in 25, could be in 26. I don't know. Think about it. Think about it now. When was our window in 2023 really, where the bulk of the wealth was made? What was our window? We had a 9-week window in 2023. From November through the end of December, we had 9 weeks. And there was so much wealth built in those 9 weeks because the market went bananas. See, we never know when that window's coming, guys. That's why we got to be in position and in the market instead of trying to time the market. We got to be in the market because we never know when that 9-week window, that 3-week window, that 2-week window. We don't know. All I'm telling you is the 1% telling you sometime around Labor Day. I don't know if that's going to be true, but it makes sense to me. You got the 28th is the earnings report for Nvidia, and this particular big boy blue chip company is calling Nvidia the most important stock of 2024. And they're telling you around Labor Day is where they believe the boom is going to happen. I don't care. You do what you got to do. Here we go. Nvidia's report earnings on August 28th. With the strategists, they're talking about Goldman Sachs strategists, expecting a earnings-fueled post-market move could potentially mark the technical low of the largest index weights and AI darlings ahead of a September rally. I don't know, man. I don't know about y'all, but that's the 1% telling me what's going to happen. See, that's how I'm wired. I look at this right here and say to myself, why in the world would Goldman Sachs come out and say this about Nvidia unless they know something I don't know? Why would they call it the most important stock of 2024? Why would they tell me when they believe the rally could potentially happen? Okay, here we go. Rubner said that the market could be poised for a Labor Day rally, leaving a short-term window to buy the dip as technical pressure eases. So this is what the guy's telling you. Right now, you can be buying the dip. This is basically what he's telling you. See, I'm here to help you guys understand this. What he's telling you right now is you got a small window right now to buy the dip. That's what he's telling you. You want me to read it to you again? Let me read it to you again. Some of y'all missed it. Let me read it to you again. Rubner said the market could be poised for a Labor Day rally. That's what he said. Leaving, here's the most important part, leaving a short-term window to buy the dip as technical pressures ease. So what he's telling you guys is he expects or predicts a Labor Day rally. He's telling you right now, you got 2 to 3 weeks to buy the dip. But once that rally hit, remember I told y'all guys, we can't figure, that window is tight, baby. But man, it packs a big old gigantic punch. It's tight, but it packs up. I told you 9 weeks in 2023 made more wealth than the whole last 10 years. In 9 weeks in 2023, tail end of 2020, you had more wealth made in that 9 weeks than you had the previous 10 years. I keep telling y'all, the man is telling you right now, be poised for a Labor Day rally, leaving a short-term window to buy the dip. 2 to 3 weeks to buy the dip. That's it. And it's going to the moon. Now, could the guy be wrong? Sure. But I see more and more 1%ers coming out with this type of prediction. Backed up by somebody goes and buys 1 million shares of Nvidia at $116 a share. They spent $118 million. This was yesterday, guys. This was yesterday after the close of the market. They spent $118 million, bought over 1 million shares of Nvidia at 116. Now you read something like this. Do you think that person or company who bought that 118 million shares, do you think they got something coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks? And they said, you know something, I'm compelled to pull the trigger right now because it will be higher. That's what happened. Do you think that happened on last Friday when you saw all of the bullish option positions taken out in favor of the stock price going up? They know what's coming. Go back to Black Monday, August 5th, when institutional investors were buying more than they were selling. Were they positioning? I think so. See, all you got to do is connect the dots, guys. Just connect the dots. However, the Goldman strategist warned investors could face a tricky second half of September ahead of the U.S. presidential election before welcoming new highs in the fourth quarter. That's why I told y'all the fourth quarter, we're going to really run. September, you're going to have opportunity to pick up. But before September, you got an opportunity right now. And you've had an opportunity over the last month or so to buy the dip. You still got an opportunity right now to buy the dip. We're going to have a bump from August 28th through sometime around Labor Day. And then the country will focus on the presidential election. We'll get that behind us. And then we're going to run the last quarter of 2024. The question is, at least for me, can Nvidia get to $200 a share this year? I think it can. I think under the right circumstances, it can. I think with the right tailwinds, it can. I still believe it'll be $150 a share by the end of August. That's what I believe. You ain't got to believe that. Believe whatever you want to believe. You don't have to believe it. Believe whatever you want to believe. Nvidia shares closed at 6.5% higher on Tuesday, helping make up for the recent losses. With Tuesday's gains, the stock has more than doubled in value since the start of the year. This stock has more than doubled in value, guys, from January to now. That's what I keep telling you. Okay, let's get on out of that one. Let's go look at the last big boy company, and then we're going to get on out of here. So we're still sticking right at 116.95. We got up to $118.60. The market wouldn't confirm that, so we went back down. Right now we're at 117.62. So let's go on to the next big boy, and then we're gonna get out of here. Here's the next big boy, the two mega banks. I've already given you one of the mega banks, that's Goldman. Now I'm gonna give you the last mega bank, and we'll get out of here. Bank of America, second largest bank in the country, by the way. Second largest financial institution in America, by the way. Names Nvidia top rebound stock in 2024 chip comeback. Why would they say that again? See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all, once this thing flip-flop and this thing starts going back higher, where we're gonna get this positive propaganda. I try to tell y'all that. Some of y'all listen to me, some of y'all don't. And that's okay. That's just part of the territory, right? And I'm not always right. But one thing I've been telling you guys over these last 6 months is that you gotta position yourself if you really wanna build wealth. And I've been telling you guys, I said, listen, don't worry about it. If you can afford it and it's in your game plan, buy the dip and just be patient. All this negative you hearing right now, guys, all that's going to change. That whole tone is going to change when it starts to run this thing back up. Guess what's happening? All of it's changing. Now you got all your major banks and your big boy blue chippers coming out saying all these nice things about Nvidia now. First, it's the most important stock of the year. Now this one coming out saying it's the rebound stock of the year. Chip comeback. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it and get y'all out of here. Nvidia stock is trading higher following a positive assessment. See, I've been doing this so long, guys. When I hear stuff, when I see stuff like this, I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what they're trying to accomplish. Okay, let me stop. Let me get through it. Nvidia stock is trading higher following a positive assessment for Bank of America analyst Vivek Arora. I can't pronounce that name. Arora has identified the semiconductor giant as a top rebound stock for 2024, despite investor concerns about the company's ability to see significant returns on its heavy investments in artificial intelligence. For more expert insight, blah, 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 blah. Let's go to the transcript. So here's the transcript. So they interviewed this person. Looks like it's Yahoo Finance interviewed this person at Bank of America. This analyst, Vivek, or Ara, whatever that is. Okay? Yahoo interviewed this person. And here's the transcript. We're going to read a little bit of the transcript and then we're going to get out of here. On Yahoo Finance, first up, Nvidia, the chip giant moving higher today after Bank of America analyst Vivek called it a top rebound stock pick. Investors have been worried about whether AI will deliver the necessary return on heavy investment spending. What are they talking about? Your hyperscalers, your mega caps, right? So they're talking about your hyperscalers. These folks that have to put a heavy investment into spending to build up their AI platforms. They're talking about people like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, Meta, Apple. They're talking about these type of companies I'm talking about some of the wealthiest companies in the world have to spend all of this money, this heavy investment into AI. Why? Because if they're not first, they're last. So they got to spend the money, but they won't get a return on it right away. Wall Street don't like that. Because Wall Street is saying, listen, if we wanted a venture deal, we go find a venture deal. We're not investing in you for a venture deal. We're investing in you every quarter. We want a return on our investment. That's what Wall Street is upset about. Because they're saying to themselves, you're a mature company. This is not a venture deal. We don't want to give you money and wait 10 years before we get a return like you would in a venture deal. Wall Street don't want to do that. So Wall Street dinged these companies when they came out a couple weeks ago with their earnings. They tried to ding Google, not try to ding Google, they did. They dinged Microsoft. They dinged Amazon, right? So they dinged these companies because these companies had decent earnings, but the company also had forward guidance saying that, listen, we're going to continue to make this gigantic heavy investment into AI. Wall Street don't like that. So they dinged them on the stock price, right? They dinged them. What these people here are saying is they're not going to stop spending. The hyperscalers already told the world they're not going to stop spending because they understand if I'm not first, I'm last. I cannot, if I'm Google with their cloud services business, if I'm Google and I'm going up against Amazon AWS, or if I'm going up against Microsoft Azure, or if I'm going up against IBM Cloud or Oracle Cloud, and we're in this arms race, this artificial intelligence race, if I want to be relevant, I got to be first. And the only way I'm first is I got to make a heavy investment year after year in order to be first. That's why a company like Nvidia is going to be a $6 trillion market cap here soon. Because they're a 900-pound gorilla. They control 75 to 85% of the market share. And every company I just named to you, guess who they buy the majority of their big boy chips from? Nvidia. Yeah. Sure does. So that's why Bank of America is coming out and saying, hey, hold up, guys. I know you ain't happy with the hyperscalers, but hyperscalers already told y'all they're going to spend this money. Y'all can downgrade them. You can try to push the stock price down. Who cares? Hyperscalers said, who cares? We don't care about y'all. We're going to spend this money because we need to be first. So therefore, what does that do to a company like Nvidia? It gives it a built-in revenue source for years to come. As long as them hyperscalers continue to spend $3, $4, $5 billion a year, a company like Nvidia, guys, has a built-in revenue source. The hyperscalers have already told y'all they're going to spend the money. Who are they buying the chips from? Nvidia. Well, at least the majority of them, right? So we're good to go. Let's see what Bank of America has to say, right? Let's see what Bank of America. So Aria, she must be somebody for, maybe not. Aria saying these concerns are valid, but premature and inconclusive. Okay, this must be the guy from Bank of America. So let's back up. Investors have been worried about AI. Investors have been worried about whether AI will deliver the necessary return on heavy investment. We just talked about that a second ago. You know, investors are concerned if the hyperscalers will ever get a return on this heavy investment. That's what the market is concerned about. This is what Bank of America says. And Aria, who works for Bank of America, the analyst for Bank of America, says those concerns are valid, but premature and inconclusive. That's what he's telling the market. Got valid concerns, but they're premature and inconclusive. What he's basically saying here is give them time. That's what he's saying, right? That's what he's telling the market. So Julie, another round of analysts getting in on the Nvidia chatter. We know the stock is off almost 20% over the last month. Now, sort of demands on where you picked the month. But Nvidia and chips have not had a good month in a drawdown. It feels like over the last week, there's been a pretty wide and loud audience of people saying they think this is a buyable dip for Nvidia. Well, obviously it is a buyable dip. Somebody just spent 118 million and got 1 million shares yesterday. Yeah, so I think it is a viable dip. I think that person still believes 116 a share is a dip. Again, these are the numbers, guys. I didn't fabricate that. That's a sale that happened. Right? So here we go. I think Bank of America noted that I was just mentioning off the top there. What stuck out to me was sort of the team highlighting again, this is a cyclical business, and normally the cycle lasts longer than 4 quarters. The uptrend that we've had in chips stocks have really only been for 4 quarters. It's normally closer to 8 or 10. So when you think about the cycle as a whole, it's still early in theory, and then you can get in some seasonality, things with chip stocks. And normally this isn't that great time of year. And so they're sort of making the case by Q4, maybe we start to see stock battle back. So this is what they're having this discussion. Now let's see what they said about Nvidia. They like Nvidia in particular. They're talking about Bank of America. They like Nvidia in particular. And the top of Nvidia was June 18, which was actually the high for a lot of those semiconductor stocks. They're talking about on the 18th when Nvidia stock after the split went up to $140 a share. That's what they're talking about. It is down since then about 90%. If it is down since then about 90%, it's still up 120% year to date. So just to put that in perspective here, Bank of America doesn't like Nvidia like they like Broadcom. They like KL and 10 core as well. They look at some of the other companies that trend to go up, you know, at this point in time when stocks and semiconductor index sold off. So you got Bank of America who likes the semiconductor space altogether. They like Broadcom, they like some of the other ones, but they also said, hey, they believe Nvidia's is a comeback stock of 2024. So here's the question, guys. You got these big banks coming out saying all this stuff. Now it's positive, right? Mostly it's positive. You see all of these investors starting to buy this stock again. You see a recent sale yesterday that closes at $118 million for over 1 million shares at 116. Okay, on Friday, August 9th, you see bullish options purchases in favor of the stock price going up. This is what you see on Friday, August 9th. On Monday, August 5th, you see institutional investors buying more than they're selling. So now you started connecting the dots. You get the guy from Goldman says, we're going to have potentially a stock market rally somewhere around Labor Day, calling Nvidia stock the most important stock of 2024. And then you got Bank of America coming in saying it's a comeback stock, but they also like other semiconductors like Broadcom and some of these other ones. So they believe AI is still on the move. They don't believe AI is dead. They believe AI is getting ready to take off. Why would AI take off? Because you've already had the hyperscalers tell the market, tell investors, they have to make this investment every year. Because if they're not first, they're last. So when you connect the dots for all of this stuff, guys, the revenue is going to be there. Why? Because the hyperscalers have to spend the money. And guess who else will spend money because the hyperscalers are spending? The companies that are behind the hyperscalers. They're going to spend too. Why? Because one day they want to be a hyperscaler. One day they want to be relevant. One day they may want to be a Google. One day they may want to be a Microsoft. And if they don't try to keep up with these guys, they'll never be them. So they're going to spend money too. And that's where your Broadcoms and your AMDs and all these other semiconductors come in, because some of these companies can't afford to buy a Blackwell architecture stack. Can't afford it. So guess what? They'll go to other companies that produce good chips and buy from them. So the whole ecosystem, the whole artificial intelligence ecosystem, in my opinion, it's on the landing pad. Rocket ship is already upright. They're actually putting in rocket fuel right now. So the whole artificial intelligence ecosystem is getting ready to go to the moon. It ain't even started yet, but it's getting ready to. And I believe it starts on August 28th. That's going to be the day, guys. That day right there is going to go down. It's probably one of the most important days in the stock market's history. That day. Because Nvidia's earnings report for that day has the whole entire artificial intelligence ecosystem on its back. Everything. Everything rides on that. That's the reason why Goldman comes out and says it's the most important stock of 2024. Matter of fact, it just doesn't have the artificial intelligence ecosystem on its back. I would say it has the entire tech industry on its back and every other industry that supports the tech industry. That's what I would say. You believe whatever you want to believe. I've given you all I can give you today. Y'all can soak this in, or you don't soak it in at all, and don't listen to any of it, and keep going on with your everyday life, and don't put yourself in position to do nothing. You can do that. You can have that choice, or you can put yourself in position. Now, again, like I told you, the only way you get yourself in position, you got to get down in the description box, click on that MooMoo link. No matter if you're 18 or 80 years old, you have an opportunity today to put yourself in position. Now, I know some of the folks that rock with me are already in position. I know all of my wealth builders, 850 of them, they're already in position. I guarantee you right now, if you go over into the community chat, they're in position and they continue to get in position. So I ain't worried about them. I know they're in position because I'm over there every day seeing and engaging with what they're doing. I know they're getting in position and they're all helping one another. But see, a lot of y'all folks ain't a part of the wealth builders, so you're out here on your own. You're out here on your own, got to do it all on your own. You got no help. You got no leverage. You don't got no 850 people to leverage. You just by yourself. So I'm going to get over to the wealth builders group. Then you got 850 people to leverage. Now you got 850 people working for you. And you working for them. But over here by yourself, man, out here in the cold, better come on in this warm house over here and get out this cold weather. It's cold over here. Nope, and you ain't got no jacket on. You ain't, listen, it's cold. Cold, cold, cold. By yourself. Dark. Come over here to the light. Get you some warmth. Get your 850 people wrapped around you, going in the same direction you going. That's my advice to you, right? That's my advice to you. Make an investment in yourself. Get yourself part of the wealth builders through the website. Just join the membership button or the join button. Fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We're waiting on you. We're gonna welcome you with open arms. I promise you. I promise you. We'll welcome you with open arms. Now, for those of you that don't got that brokerage app, don't have a brokerage account, or you're not satisfied with the one you have, or if you're satisfied with the one you have, but you do something else in that, open your MooMoo brokerage account and use that for this opportunity. That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta disrupt your Roth IRA or your traditional IRA or your other stuff you're doing. You ain't gotta disrupt that. Open up this MooMoo brokerage account and solely use this for this next journey, this next wealth journey. And only use it to buy your best big boy blue chip paper assets and ETFs and individual stocks. Just use the MooMoo brokerage app for that. And then keep all your other stuff over here. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe you got a licensed financial advisor helping you and they got you going good, but you want to do a little something on your own by yourself. MooMoo brokerage app would be perfect for you because it's self-directed. Plus, you're going to get up to 20 free stocks. Drop $1,000 in your new brokerage account, you're going to get 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies. You drop $100 in your new brokerage account, you're going to get 8 publicly traded companies, stocks. And then if you don't know how to use the brokerage app, guys, just send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net, second link down in the description box, and let me know you've opened a MooMoo account, you funded it, and let me know, and I will send you 2 tutorial videos. Very basic, very easy to use, but they will teach you how to use the MooMoo brokerage account. No commissions, no monthly maintenance fees, no annual maintenance fees for just standard stuff that you do, buying and selling paper assets, right? And for those of you that want to learn how to do more, they got plenty of tutorials and a full library, financial library, to walk you through how to do other things like options trades and all that stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff, so I don't talk about it much here because I don't do it. But that doesn't mean you can't learn how to do it through the MooMoo brokerage app, because they do have the system there, the financial library there to help you with those types of things and answer those types of questions for you, right? So do me a big favor, get down in the description box, click on the MooMoo link, open up the MooMoo account today, go get that free stock, go get that free money. Make sure you stop by the website and take a look at those digital products that I handpicked for you guys. Over 1,000 of you have already made that financial investment in yourself, and it's been wonderful, so thank you. And then, of course, get yourself over to the Wealth Builders. They're waiting on you. They want to help you help yourself. And we believe you'd be a great asset to our Wealth Builder family. Fastest growing community on Patreon. Been doing it about 4 months, man. We rocking and rolling. We're gonna hit 1,000 here by the end of September. By the end of September, we're gonna be at 1,000. By the end of the year, I'm looking anywhere between 12 and 1,500. Because I'm gonna be on here every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm not distracted. I don't lose focus, guys. See, when you've done what I've done, I was in banking for 25 years, very successful. Played in the NFL for 3 years. You don't get to the NFL unless you're laser focused, you're disciplined, right? You're consistent, you're patient, right? You just don't do these types of things without having some experience, is what I'm saying. And that experience is what I bring to you guys. And I want you guys to think about where you're at today, and are you laser focused? Do you have your plan together? Do you have your financial wealth transfer plan together? Remember, I told you we're going to have a window. We got a window, small window, to really multiply this thing, right? So are you ready to take advantage of that window? Are you ready? Only you can answer that. I can't answer it for you. You got to get ready, guys. I've given you all the information that I believe is relevant. There is more information out there. You're more than welcome to go do your own homework, and I recommend you do. Don't just listen to what I said. Go out and do your own homework. I think you will come up with the same conclusion, though. I think the overwhelming amount of information that you're seeing now is starting to point to stocks going up, not just Nvidia, but the general stock market. I think the information you're starting to see now is still pointing towards it going up, which does what? We're going to break through the temporary correction, and consolidation will be over, and now we go higher. And typically we go higher a lot longer than the correction. The correction lasts fewer days than the boom. Is basically what I'm telling you. So position yourself and get ready for that, and add some wealth to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Add you some wealth today. Add you some wealth over the next several weeks. As the gentleman said in the Goldman Sachs article, he said you got an opportunity to buy the dip right now, but it's closing. That doesn't mean you can't keep investing. You do, you keep investing. But I just think the dip is an opportunity just to buy these great companies at a discount to create more wealth for yourself. Now, of course, we're going to dollar cost average in no matter what happens, because over time, we're still going to have a lower cost per share. But the dip is just so nice because you know these companies are going to go back. Well, you don't know it, but history tells us these companies are going to go back up. So think about that. Think about the position that you want to put yourself in to get there. Well, all right, guys, that's it for me. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all hanging in there. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Like I said, get down in the description box. Click on that MooMoo link. Get yourself up to 20 free stocks when you open a new MooMoo brokerage account today. Get yourself up to 20 free stocks. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Stop by the website. Check out the digital products. Consider joining the Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'd love to have you. Multiply yourself 850 times so you get more done. The more people you got out there working for you and your business. See, you got 850 people out there working for you to help you build your wealth. Where else are you going to get that, guys? Where else are you going to be able to go in this world and find 850 people that'll help you build wealth? Please tell me. Nowhere. Nowhere. So, hey, get yourself over in the private mentorship group and leverage the wealth builders. And all of us are going to collectively work together and get this thing done. All right? Like I said, lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. I gotta go. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Nvidia to the moon. Peace.